Ooh, those are like props lights. Yeah, this is the season finale or this year finale of the Orville episode review. It's Calcat, the Calcaster, and this was Mad Idolatry. It was a definitely a Calcat episode. I did not write it, but Brandon Brega produced it, so that explains it. No relation, but the Brega and Pillar and all those guys from Next Generation back in the day, we were on the same wavelength with them when we did our stories and fan films and things, and they ended up very close to Star Trek. Orville so far this year has been basically a love letter to the fans of Star Trek, and hopefully that when Mark's cards and I complete Star Trek Chimera, Starship Chimera will also be a love letter to the Star Trek fans. Hopefully you'll love that too later on in the summer. But right now, this is Orville. And yeah, Mad Idolatry was the name of this one. It was episode, I think, 12, 13. It's about a planet. It's essentially the rejected Silly Trek Meridian ripoff story. The Meridian was the episode of Deep Space Nine where hundreds of years would go by on the planet while they were trapped there in the dimensional shift. So they go to this planet that's primitive and encounter these aliens and heal somebody. The commander lady does, and spoilers. And then the planet goes into the future because to the orbit of the planet around the star, it's 11 days, but it's like 700 years to the people on the planet because they're in like another dimensional shift thing going on. So it's a silly track type of planet. And they basically, flow die, pretty much. Sure, why not? They go back to the planet and they discover cultural contamination has occurred. And that they now worship the commander lady, Kelly, the god Kelly. Her name is Kelly, like Silly Kelly. Wow, that's just Seth guy. I'll write for the show, Seth. I'll totally write for your show. Hire me. I want some of that green. Make some money on that one. Come on, hire. I don't think they're accepting any fan submissions, but yeah, it's been a great season so far, and this one doesn't disappoint. They go back down to the planet to try and stop the planet during their Renaissance, medieval sort of / Renaissance period, sort of mixed in together, and it doesn't work, and they become sort of. Then they go back. Then 700 years go by, and it's more like the 20th century. And it's still a mess, and then there's like terrorist bombings and things going off, and very, very poignant. And then so Isaac the robot, he offers to go down to the planet as a sort of ambassador and prevent the wholesale destruction of everything. The next time they roll around to the planet at the end, it's advanced to the level of the Orville show, possibly a little more, and everything's worked out. And Isaac has returned to them. I guess they must have froze him for a while or something. But yes. So it ends like Bicentennial Man, basically. So it's got Bicentennial Man, Meridian from Deep Space Nine. I did not write Meridian. I just wrote a rip-off story similar to it back in the day. My scripts weren't about that, though. They weren't. But the idea of the logical one becoming the ambassador, that's one of the stories. That was a Tuvok episode. Yeah. So so they basically just, it was the Arbiter. Yeah, pretty much. Also, there was a little of the Distant Destinies book in there. The idea of this like humanoid society that's taken off of the Earth in ancient times and raised by aliens in space, and then comes back to Earth as refugees to visit our planet. That's the plot of the science fiction book Distant Destinies. I'm Adam Brown. Yeah, in case you didn't know, playing Calcat. But yes, that's coming back, as well as Starcrackers with Mark's cards, or under his real name. That's coming back too in 2018. So there's lots of other stuff coming out, and there's several other stories and things being produced, including the Silly Trek Academy stuff and all that other stuff. Yeah, there's going to be lots of our stuff coming in 2018. And for now, yeah, and there's other shows we missed. I think we missed another one of those toy shows. I think it's going to be. I think it's Saturday. I don't know if we can make that. We'll see. I don't. Yeah, this Saturday is kind of booked. We'll see. But yeah, the Orville is. I'm plugging my own stuff instead of the Orville episode, which I had nothing to write. I didn't write it. Had nothing to do with it. So. Yeah, it was fine. It was an excellent finale. The show is catching on in its first dozen or so episodes. It's very much like a love letter to Star Trek. It's very much a thing. It works. Meanwhile, the creators of Star Trek 4 or 14 have tentatively hired on Quentin Tarantino. Tentatively, they're thinking about it. That doesn't mean they're going to do it. Quentin Tarantino to write a Star Trek. Mark's Cards thinks that they will not turn it into a rated R movie just because it's Quentin Tarantino. That Paramount will rein him in and say, we want you to write a story, but we don't want you to make it just, a filthy gangster movie about cowboys. We want you to actually do something with that. That isn't, that's crowd pleasing. You can't just have your story be just dark and sedentary and that's it. And so, yeah. If they've got Tarantino, and it's kind of iffy, 20% possibility, Mark's Cards thing, that if they have him, then for the next movie, then it's possible that they will rein him in, and that it'll not be like his other movies. I know he's a Trek fan, but he tends to do homages and ripoffs more than he does actual like new stories. He likes copying other people's stories and embellishing on them. It might be cool if he went kitschy and 60s-ish and sort of messed with that. It might also be cool if he did another type of science fiction. He could do those science fiction exploitation movies with the robot babes and stuff from the 50s and 60s. That would be great too. Much more up his alley, I think, than doing a Star Trek. But yeah. So, yeah, that's other news and things. Yeah, Orville, it's fine. This is the regular channel, and we are nearing, we're 17, 18 videos away from having 400 videos on the Calicat Reviews channel. It's amazing. We had almost 100 in the past year and a half come out of there, so we're gonna see whether we can get more. So yeah, the channel taking off. So like and subscribe to the Cat channels, all of them. There's On Location Cat, KT. There's Freelance Kitty 14. There's Kitty Key Cat. There's, my goodness, there's a bunch of them. But mainly the videos channel. Subscribe to the reviews channel. Check that out. So, yeah, I'll let you know if we do any crossover with Nostalgia Critic. But so far, can't say that there's anything going on because there really isn't anything going on with that yet. We will see about whether we can have a cameo sort of on a phone type of deal. They do those. I've just learned they do that. That might be fun. Send in a little clip. But I think you have to donate something to them. I already did buy Jesus Bro a while back, and one of his DVDs from the first season of Nostalgia Critic. I watched that. Yeah, his early stuff tended to be pretty much the same. We weren't ripping each other off, though. I don't think I even knew about him in 2007. We weren't ripping each other off. We just came up with the same ideas, Yeah, but the Orville and Seth MacFarlane, if you're looking for a writer, that'd be great. But yeah, so sure. yeah, and over on this channel, we're also doing a Transformers thing as the 5th season appears. Yes, so we'll see about that. Yeah, got nothing new to report here. I was just reviewing the Orville episode and threw a bunch of extra stuff in there, but so what? It was really good. The series overall is good. The B story about the lady was good. The marriage that's not really going to work that they did in the story. But yeah, it was overall a good, decent story, and went on a little longer because I wanted to go over yeah. So there we are, Orville season finale. Little bit of exposure. If you want to get full-on reviews of the Orville, where they break it down really detailed, go over to Trek Yards and watch theirs, which they break down really well. Yes, go watch them. We're not affiliated. Just saying, shout out to Trek Yards. Go over there and do that. No, we don't have a ship up for Trek Yards just yet. I wanted to wait for the movie to come out, and then I'll submit the ship to science, and then they'll have something to look at, right? Oh, okay, yeah, this is neat. There's the Megaverse, and there's the Chimera. And here we have a one sheet. The crew next to a lamp that looks similar to the Pixar lamp. Similar. It's not, though. Yeah, 2018.